Guys, Ryan Bidoff here, blogging from paradise. Was just struck with the idea. I was thinking about my ebooks because I've written a few in my day, bite-sized ebooks, and I've been promoting them freely across all networks because I've just been so busy writing them for so long and really went in a few different directions with my blog. I mean, stayed on topic, stayed in the niche, but I was thinking, wait a second here. I have 124 ebooks now in my library. Bite-sized ebooks. Get off there, pop-up. Get off there. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the pop-up in my lovely flip-up here. Toothpaste, gel. But the deal is, guys, I like creating topics, creating titles that will make you think, oh shit. Not so much from a negative space, of course. Although sometimes it might be negative because it might bring up your stuff, but you look at it and you're like, how in the frick did he do that? The thing about these type of titles, topics, videos, ebooks, blog posts that I write, if I talk about some of my more possibly prolific nature flowing through me, aka this video title, How to Write and Self-Publish 124 Bite-Sized Ebooks for Your Blog, is they bring up stuff in you, and it's going to be all types of stuff. And that's the blessing of these type of, I don't want to say feats, but these type of, I don't want to say accomplishments. I don't want to take too much credit for it because, yeah, I did it, but then again, I did. And I had a co-creator, co-pilot universe. You guys know the gig by now. But it brings up stuff in you. And I think that's why even me, when I thought about first doing this, I'm like, okay, I could do it and I could lay out the fundamentals, but what will people think? And I'm not immune from that. In a split second, I might think that, and then the next minute, I'm like, fuck it, let's do it. Let's create it. But it brings up stuff in you. It might be inspiration. Like, wow, I want to do that. Or it might be inspiration in the form of, if he wrote 124, at least I could write one 7,000-word ebook or 6 or 15,000-word ebook. Or it might bring up, ebooks must be garbage. Or it might bring up, you know what, the first couple are probably good, but anything beyond that, I think the quality of the work went down. And the beauty of seeing someone who occasionally in his life has tested the limits, whether I've been fighting wild men in Nepal or fighting, who else have I fought? Oh, a homeless, toothless vagrant and drooling vagrant in Grenada, Nicaragua for my flip-flops, style of flip-flops in Bali, or, bitch smacking bullet ants around here and there in Buena Vista, Costa Rica, or, writing and self-publishing 124 ebooks. By bite-sized, I mean 7,000 to 15,000 words long, jam-packed with practical tips. And it's exactly this stuff I'm doing and I've done to blog from paradise, to live in Fiji for 4 months, to live in Bali for 6 months, to just be on a almost 5-year round-the-world trip living in all these beautiful tropical paradises. And this is exactly who I've been, my being, it's more important these days, and what I've done to make this dream come true with my co-pilot, the universe, and Kelly, of course, too. So that's why I want to put this topic out there. I wanted to cover it. I wanted to tackle it. I wanted you to, I hate that. I wish I got underneath the bottom part. That's a little better. Sonic the Hedgehog is my hair idol. But these type of topics, they bring up your stuff. And by stuff, I mean limiting beliefs and doubts and jealousies and fears and inspiration. And you'll get to see what you're tuning into. So that's the ultimate blessing of getting the ebooks out there, whether it's 124 or 1,248. You could do it. You really can. And it's not the number. That's what's going to catch your attention. That's going to catch monkey mind right off the bat. It's not the number. It's the feeling. So you could write one 10,000-word or 5,000-word ebook. And if it was just having loads of fun, and this is going to be step one, having loads of fun. If it's loads of fun for you to do, and if you're largely detached from it, man, is everything going to come together for you. And I see so many bloggers struggling to get their first ebook out there because they have this idea, this mind meld that you won't see, this mind screw. I'm not going to use the F word because, not now, I'll use it later. But the thing is, guys, these limiting beliefs, these doubts, these fears, all of them, as the phone rings, but don't pay attention to that, all of those fears, those doubts, they just hold you back. And when you don't have those fears and doubts and you're just having fun, when you're not doing things to reach, you don't have enough, coming from a place of lack and limitation, you are going to absolutely kill it online in a major league way. You are gonna, like I said, I've been so blessed to be on Virgin blog, Richard Branson's blog, to be on Forbes.com, to be on Neil Patel's blog, to cyberspeak at NYU. I mean, are you kidding me? I'm a fired security guard, and I'm speaking about blogging at NYU. And all those other things happening. And it's not because I busted my tail, and it's not because any number, it's not because of anything I did per se, it's because of my being. And the more I be a certain way, and the more I detached from outcomes and I was just having fun, the more the magic flowed to and through me. Now, what are the benefits of writing 124 ebooks? It can help a little bit with your credibility, just maybe. Help wow the socks off of people or the pants, depending on what you want to wow off of them. Now, there's nothing sexual there. It's more of like a comedy type thing, in people's pants, 80 movie. But the chief benefit would be you're putting out value from a fun, high energy space that could help you build credibility and trust. And more than anything, it's just a blast to put it out there. And oh yeah, another income stream. It doesn't hurt. But all these things for your blog, when you write ebooks, it's almost like a trust infusion. Like people automatically buy in to what you're doing, to your brand, to all that good stuff. Whereas maybe before, it took them a little longer to really buy in, because blogs, awesome. Content Central, great trust builder across the board. But the deal is with ebooks, just for whatever reason, it seems like in most cases, people kind of buy into the ebook or buy into the book a little bit more. And that's just from my observation. It doesn't have to be that way. But people go on maybe book tours, and all those are just ebooks and not books, but they don't really go on blog tours. So it's just something to think, a little bit of a general perception. It's easy to get them on a site like Amazon, which is an absolute gold mine for aspiring bloggers, for intermediate bloggers, for pro bloggers, for island hopping bloggers, digital nomad bloggers, travel bloggers, blogging tips bloggers, talk about blogging paradise. The thing is that better? I don't know. The thing is, when you focus heavily on trying to, wait 1 second, I'll be back. Hey, she went out with Jen. She got her dog a doctor. Yeah, she was at work today. Yeah, no, she should be back in a little bit. She probably left at like an hour and a half ago. She said shortlist. Where did she go with her? In South Brunswick, was it, at the place? Yeah, just there. I'm coming back. Okay, cool. We should be good.
Yeah, this is for you.
Oh. I'll be back. Just wait 1 second.
Now these pillows are very good. I got them, but it takes a couple of days to get your head.
Oh yeah, no problem.
They seem like very,
Yeah.
but after a couple of days, and they're supposed to be.
They're all set. Perfect. Thank you very much. Oh, super. Thank you. new pillow and a set of sheets for my mom-in-law. This is what happens. You guys know by now my brand. This is very spontaneous, and that's what makes it fun. Because when you really don't care as much about the outcome, you're just having fun, fun stuff happens. Like you get a pillow and a set of sheets that you didn't have before. You did the live Google Hangout and you did the video. So let's get into it, guys. The chief benefits, building trust. Yeah, you got an income stream and all that, but it's just fun. So number one, what are you going to do? Write and self-publish 124 ebooks for your blog. You got to have fun. I went on my massive tear where I was writing one 7,000 word bite-sized ebook every single day, sometimes 8,000 words, for 3 months straight. So imagine writing a 7,000 word blog post for 3 months straight, every single day. You can't do that unless you're following your joy, unless you're following your passion, unless you're having loads of fun. Bear with me if I leave to get another pillow or a pair of sheets. I would raise my vibe through realizing who I am, that complete whole being, that godlike individual. Then what I would also do is go within, clear up my energies through meditation to help me clear out all that stuff I thought I needed to do and had to do, to just leave me with what I really wanted to do, that was most fun to me. And I guess we'll get into a deeper personal development regimen later, some of the practical strategies for really clearing out that inner world. But you got to, as I always say now, and well, for a while I did, but now it's just constant. People ask me so many times, Ryan, what do you do? What's the number one piece of advice in roundups and features? Clients, readers, commenters, emailers, whoever else. What's the number one tip? Follow your fun. Because what happens is when you follow your fun, you're going to let in the people, the ideas, and ideas help for ebooks, and circumstances, and money, and all other types of circumstances and situations that support your greatest fun. It's freaky the way it works. Like, it really is. When you clear out all that other stuff and you're just like, I'm just going to have fun, then you'll get these ideas. You know, like you can have those eureka moments where you're like, why didn't I think about that before? Boom, I should have thought about that 5 months ago. Or you question it. It's because you hadn't let in, you had a block. And usually it's a fun block. Because when you're just having fun, you're going to dissolve all that other stuff, dissolve all that energy around you that says, stay away, fun. And then the ideas will flow in. And you'll be like, oh man, I got an idea for an ebook. 7 tips to become a full-time blogger. Or, you know, if you're working your way up, 7 tips to developing a reputable blog. And you get the research online, and some of it will be from your experience, and you'll be writing a certain amount of words a day, you know, 1,000, 2,000 words, and you'll get your writing voice. You'll allow it to not get it, but you'll allow it to simply arise within your being. And it all comes from you having fun. You cannot do something like that from a place of force and be happy. And by that, I mean writing 124 bite-sized ebooks, you know, jam-packed with value, but this isn't War and Peace here. You know, not super in-depth, not super long, not super, yet really, really helpful, and really, really packed with value, and really, really inspired, and really, really entertaining. If you do it through force alone, just like, I'm going to get this done, I'm going to reach this goal and fight through and strain and strive, the books will likely suck. And even if they don't suck, even if you're totally clear on that aspect of them, you're going to hate the ride. And who gives a crap if you did something and didn't have fun? You missed the freaking point. That's where the genius comes in. That's where the colorful storytelling, that's where the joy, that's where the passion. You see these people shine so brightly. You're like, how do they do it? How do these guys achieve these things? Most of these folks, at least the happy ones, they're following their fun. And for me, I had so much fun writing that I just kept writing and writing and writing until it was time not to write books anymore. And I went back and I wrote another one. I might write some more now, but now it's time for promotion. And not only so much promotion, but just pulling back on that, writing in my blog, doing a couple of guest posts, blog commenting, making buddies, and then detaching, pulling back. I saw the light. So guys, number one, you have to follow your fun. And by following your fun, what can you blog about? What can you write books about? What do you talk about all day long? What could you talk about all day long? Sports, weather, lemmings, bullet ants. Who's that girl show on TV? You know, really random, bizarre. I have no idea what stream of consciousness flow that was moving into. But anything, whatever you could talk about all day long, that's your fun, that's your passion. Blog about it, write ebooks about it. And when you write about what you could talk about all day long, the words flow. It's so much easier. Now you're thinking, what about that need? How are people? Well, unless you are a really special bird, I guarantee you that you have a huge target market of folks that find the same thing enjoyable, that it's their passion as well. It's just in this universe of abundance, if you have fun doing something, that same fun, passionate energy resides in the tons of other people in this universe where we're all one out there. Well, it seems like they're out there, but they're connected. We're all in that same sphere, that same oneness, that same universe. And then, you know, you'll connect with them. They'll find you, you'll find them. You know how it all works. So number one, follow your fun. Number two, as you're following your fun, set up a fun, passionate space for writing your ebooks. What do I mean by that? Well, in a lot of my ebooks in the past, it's good advice, it's money advice a lot of ways, but I talk about writing 1,000 words a day or 2,000. I'm usually not 5,000, 7,000. Well, most of my ebooks are 7,000 word ebooks. If you're in the fun zone, you'll churn one out in a day. and you'll really blow through that list. If not, it'll take you more than a year or 11 months or whatever it took me. That's okay. That's okay. You want to follow your fun first. If you reach 140, two products altogether, which is 124 ebooks that you write and then converting a number over to audiobook, just a handful, or whether you write one ebook, doesn't matter, or 10. This video, this post, this is all about, I guess to my blog, bloggingparadise.com. This is all about reaching that space where you're having so much fun, where everything feels effortless, you flow, it's freeing, it's just absolutely inspired stuff. So instead of saying, let me write 1,000 words a day to devote towards my ebook, which you can, it could certainly help. What you want to do is have a sacred routine, a fun routine, where you go into an area of your house every single day for either an hour, or for 500 words, or for 1,000 words, for maybe 2 if you're really rolling. Whatever feels most fun to you, you're gonna just go to that area. This is writing time, really get excited, really, up your vibe before it. And what happens is when you have that fun routine set up, writing is going to be so much more enjoyable for you. You're going to have so much fun writing that you're just going to write and the ideas are going to flow. And it's going to be so easy to fill that sucker up. So have your sacred fun ritual. Make sure it feels fun. Make sure it feels good. Maybe you won't feel 1,000% all the time that you're writing, but literally 95 to 99% of the time you should be having fun, or else step away from your routine, step away from the space. Because what happens is anytime that tension builds up, you're going to block the ideas and everything's going to become hard work. But anytime you're just having fun and you have your own little sacred fun writing schedule, routine set up, Triceratops haircut. The idea is when you're just having fun, topic you really enjoy, and you're in that space, they're going to keep flowing to you. So you'll keep writing the ebooks. And as you keep writing the ebooks, you're going to get more ideas, more fun ideas, and you're going to write more ebooks. And it's going to keep flowing to you. And this is how you become prolific. Because most people, they can't write, or they can write, but they never do write any more than 1 or 2 ebooks, even if they're like 7,000 words or 10 or 15 or even 20,000 words, because they're so hell-bent on just forcing things through and working hard, reaching their goals. And then you have this other group of people like, screw this, I'm going to have fun and detach from outcomes more. And just be like, what? Yeah, 141 or 123 or 1 ebook or 15 ebooks sounds awesome. And they're going to be heavily focused on the fun. And then those are the people that ideas flow in and they churn them out and they churn them out and they churn them out. So focus on having fun, step 1. Step 2, have your fun daily, your sacred ritual. And it means going to a certain place in your house every single day, a quiet spot. For me, some people love listening to music. For me, silence is golden because then you could hear everything coming right in. There's no music or anything else blocking it out, but for some folks, music really helps them vibe high. More power to you. When you let those ideas flow and you're having fun, you're going to fill those ebooks up so much more quickly. And for me, this is how I wrote in 7,000 word ebook every single day for bloggingparadise.com. By the way, all the ebooks, just for proof, if you think I'm lying, I'm really good with Photoshop. And no, I wanted to say you can find my ebooks on Amazon.com. And that's that. So have that fun writing ritual. Number 3, or step 3. If you're looking at that number of 124 ebooks, or even 100 or even 50, 7,000 words, probably max per ebook. Ebooks are 100% different than paperbacks. Amazon even has a category, Amazon, digital storefront, maybe, that sells the ebooks. They have a category, 30 to 45 minutes, I believe, or 30 minutes to 2 hours. It's something in there. And it's literally this specific category that relates to the 7,000 word ebook. Now, contrary to what some people may tell you, they're unclear people, or happy prasters, they're pricks or whatever. No, they're all right. They're all right. I love them. But contrary to what some people may tell you, an ebook does not have to be an electronic version of a paperback. No, it doesn't work that way. People do not sit on their Kindles and just read. Some do, paperbacks or novels. Not only that, A lot of folks who are looking for information on blogs or your niche of choice, they're not looking for war and peace. They're new to these topics. They understand, not only that, they want a 6,000 or 7,000 or even a 5,000 word ebook, maybe 15,000 word. And you're going to hear so many different opinions from people. But again, these are people who are not having their fun, who think it has to be along a certain line, and reputation and value and content, and it's all a crock of absolute shit. You have people who aren't having fun, who are so unclear on their life and so unhappy, and although they give off this, love what I do or whatever, but anytime that they're really diving into this whole word length thing for an ebook, they're doing it and projecting on people who are having fun. So all you do, you fun having people who really want to rock it out, just move out of the way when they start talking about that. And you just focus on 7,000 words, 10,000 words. You could pack such immense value, energy, and entertainment into those words, 7,000, 8,000 words, even 6,000, that it'll stun you. And there's an exact category on Amazon, 30-minute, 45-minute, I think the 2-hour reads that totally mirror this word count. For me, I fill them with stories. My travel stories, I mean, I've covered a lot of niches from blogging tips, keeping things super practical, to my travel stories, to how to be a digital nomad, to how to make money online, to writing about the law of attraction. And this is easy for me in that I've done a lot of reading and that I have so many experiences to call upon through my world travels, and also through my life before. And I really haven't delved into that, but when I was a peer guard, when I worked for numerous companies in the corporate world, I have a lot of stuff to call upon, as does every single human being who's watching this video, who's read my blog, who's been exposed to my brain. We all have tons of stories to call upon. It's so much fun. The real key is to say, okay, I'm going to write, and I don't care, word count. I mean, I go more than 100 words. Joking. 1,000, 2,000, probably. If you want to put some stuff in an ebook, minimum 6,000 words. It just seems to be about right. If somebody could sit down for 20 minutes or a half hour, go through the book. And then with these books too, guys, this is not a one-time read. This is not a novel. These are practical, tips-laden treatises for your blog, stuff that people can consume and will need to consume once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times to allow it to seep into their subconscious mind. So the value, when they pay a couple bucks or $5 or $7, whatever it is for your ebook, is not in a one-time read. This is not how this is done. This is done 5, 10, 15, 20 times to allow the ideas to seep in, to reference it again, because these are practical manuals, these tell stories. Like anything, when you're learning something, you don't buy a book for school and read it once. Do you remember that? Your high school and college days, or even your grammar school, but of course your high school, college days. You don't read a textbook and go through it. You study it, and that's what these things are meant to be used as, study guides. So 7,000 words. Now, subject matter. You're writing about something you totally enjoy, but how do you supplement that if you're a newbie, if you're really inexperienced? Read and relate. Double R's. Not Rough Riders. My favorite rappers from back in the day. You guys remember Eve? Oh boy. 80s rap references. They always make me emotional. But anyway, 90s. Not that old yet. 80s is more Sugar Hill Gang. The thing is, guys, as you look at Bob's Big Boy, we're wrapping this up pretty soon. We're getting there. You guys got that reference, right? If you read a ton of content related to your niche, and if you're talking about blogging tips, bloggingtips.com, Zach Johnson's awesome blog, where I happen to guest post once a week, at least as of now. Problogger.net, Darren Rose's awesome blog. My blog is a pretty good resource too, bloggingparadise.com. I think so, in some circles. Jeff Goins' blog is excellent. You read these blogs regularly, and you study them, and you take notes, and then that information, that knowledge will seep into your mind, and then you're not going to parrot it back or spit it back out, but you'll have really, really helpful content knowledge to draw upon. And the more you write, you're setting aside your sacred writing ritual, 1,000 words a day, 2,000 words a day. You're setting aside a half hour, an hour. The more you do that, you're writing, so you're getting your voice. You got this new knowledge, you got this new practical tips and strategies to share through your voice. You're just going to be able to write and write and write and write and fill ebooks. It's as simple as that. You learn as you follow your fun. And it's going to be dependent on your niche, of course. You're going to learn, you're going to follow whatever expert blogs there are in your niche. So that's the reading part. So reading will help you educate yourself, gain the knowledge. As you write, you're going to find your voice, you're going to find your voice, you're going to find your voice, you're going to allow it out. You're going to stand out like a sore thumb. Like a nun in a I've used that. It sounds more harsh. It sounds rougher on video, so I'm going to stand there. I'm going to pull up. Look at that TV in the background. Isn't that awesome? You don't find them like that anymore. Not that I use it. Netflix got more Amazon Prime. Netflix too. But you're gonna read, find your voice. You're gonna be able to relay the information. And I said relate, read and relate in this step. But it's relay. Fill out ebook, fill it up, be able to turn that content out. But then you're gonna relate. And that's my favorite tool. The relay, not the relay, the reading, getting the knowledge down. But I mean, I've done a ton of reading over the years, and I still do. I have so many experience, I have so much stuff to relay to you, but to relate. And the relate, this is where you really jam-pack those ebooks with some good content, where you churn those suckers out, those bad boys out. What you do is, oh wow, time, I have to wrap this up soon. You relate, and by relate I mean storytelling. You jam-pack those ebooks with your stories. Now, you may not have fought off 2 wild men in Kathmandu, Nepal. You may not have staved off serious infection and then death. I was knocking on death's door in Muhammad, India. You may not be, pseudo-coked out. I thought I was high on coca tea in Cusco, Peru. These experiences, you may not have been blessed with them, quote unquote. A wild house in Buena Vista, Costa Rica, or wild house in Jimbran, Bali. You may not have those to call upon, but all of us have countless stories. And like I've told people before, some of the stories from my peer guard, my security guard days in Newark, in Port Elizabeth, when I was a security officer at a shipping terminal, they're almost as wild as my travel stories. And maybe I'll delve into them. Right now, they're not as resonant with my brand, but I'm sure I could work them in because, things were as exotic and wild down there as they were in the middle of the freaking jungle 3 miles in a remote area of Costa Rica. And we were in Buena Vista. So tell your stories. Relate your stories to your niche. Parables, analogies, what have you, whatever you want to call it. And the more you do that, and the more you hone your storytelling abilities, of course, you're going to get more downloads, you're going to sell more books, but you're going to be able to fill them up. And the goal is not to fill them up as much as it is to relay your relations to help folks. Not relay your relations, relay your stories. You want to relate to your readers, or allow them to relate to you through that storytelling ability. Because it's almost like, until you tell stories, you're doing things in third person when you really delve into them. And as you do that, people can go almost anywhere else for that content. Because anybody can read a third person blog, because it's people parroting stuff back and forth. And that's not unique. It doesn't make your blog or your brand or your ebooks pop. But when you start relaying those stories, you start relating to your followers, your readers, they start relating more to you. Number 1, your brand's going to pop. Number 2, your blog's going to pop. Number 3, you're going to be able to fill these books up and complete them more quickly. Because when you're trying to parrot stuff back, you run into a little bit of a block. It feels like more of a strain. You strive more to write the content. But when you start really weaving those tales and you add those details, and you get colorful, and I talk about this on my blog a lot, on bloggingparadise.com, what happens is, like when I sit down for a 2,000-word blog post, that's what I'm at now, I write it in like 15, 20 minutes sometimes, maybe a half hour, and it's just because it's just story. When you're telling a story, you're adding vivid details, you're not rushing through the process, but everything flows in, and even though you're acting in a calm, cool, collected, slow, relaxed, peaceful vibe, you're really totally chill, just having fun, just feeling so detached, trusting, creating for the joy of it, for the fun of it. You're going to churn out those hotcakes like mad, and those ebooks are going to be flying out of your Twitter stream quickly. I'm going to fish for an analogy, but it could have got really kind of raunchy there. So basically, guys, that's it for today. How to write and self-publish 124 ebooks for your blog. Those are the basics. We'll revisit this in the future. I mean, once you get to that point where you're having fun, you have your fun writing ritual, you're telling stories, you're writing about what's fun, so you let the words flow, you're reading and you're storytelling. That's really the nuts and bolts. When it comes down to the formatting, I wrote a really good blog post on bloggingtips.com. It used to come up on page 1 of Google about how to format your books for Amazon, format your ebooks or whatever. I think it's how to format your ebooks for Amazon. I don't know if it's still there, but it's a really helpful formatting guide. But you can find that on Amazon site itself. That's easy. That's the nuts and bolts. I mean, obviously, or I shouldn't say obviously, I don't, no stone unturned. You're going to proofread the book when you're done. You are also proofread it again, or have someone else proofread it. You have to do your formatting, and then you're going to upload, get the cover going, and boom. But really, this is the nuts and bolts. Everything with that prolific nature is your energy. It's all your energy. And if you're having fun, this stuff flows. When you're having fun, when you're trusting, everything just flows to you so much more easily. But last thing I want to put in there, a bonus tip. If you're really struggling, obviously you're not having enough fun, or you're not following your fun, but you want to keep things practical as well. And it could really, really help to really create order in your mind. So as you're having fun, you might go with the title like, 6 tips to build a full-time income earning blog. Or if you're not building a full-time income earning blog, you always have to be authentic. 6 tips to write attractive blog post titles. You want to create it more like a blog post, an extended blog post, a detailed blog post, in-depth, long form, super pillar style content, but in the same respect, long form content, you're thinking it more like that. And that's how you want to approach it. And that's how you really turn it out. And again, people don't want these. Some people want these really robust, in-depth 50,000 word, and that's fine. But so many folks who are new to this, like, I want to read a 50,000 word ebook. They want something where they could read it and get going. And so many people are in that boat. And if you're having fun doing it, you're going to align with those people who see the fun and enjoyment in it. So guys, that's it for today. Stop by bloggingparadise.com. For tips to retire to a life of island hopping through smart blogging, pick up my audio course, 11 Fundamentals of Successful Blogging. It's a really kick-ass course to help you blog from the inside out, to get that vibe going, to feel just clear and to be trusting and to have your energy just really entrenched and present in the moment. So you're just having fun and you're trusting, and you really can kick butt so much more quickly than 99% of the other bloggers out there who just try to blog from the outside in. They try to manipulate circumstances. They try to get these certain numbers, reach these certain goals. I'm all about having fun, following your intent, trusting, and then letting the people flow in, connecting with them through different streams. And it's really a pretty special blogging course, only because I make references to me and bombs and Granada, Nicaragua, where it was at the time. Bombas, which are fireworks. Bombas, it was close. And then just because we're doing it from the inside out, and I had so much fun creating it. Make sure you pick that up. And again, my 124 ebooks can be found under Blogging from Paradise if you query that on Amazon, or of course Ryan Bidoff. I also converted a few to audiobooks. Hey, sign up for my email list at bloggingfromparadise.com. Tips to help you retire to a life of island hopping through smart blogging. Until next time, guys, enjoy paradise.